Cereal boxing made me so nostalgic for those glorious days when cereals would put little toys in the packets. I have very fond memories of collecting little plastic toy cats and other bits and pieces. And while I understand why cereal manufacturers decided to stop doing that, one, it's plastic and we all need to try and cut down. Two, potentially a choking hazard. However, it still made me nostalgic because in this one, the babies realise that cereal boxes have prizes in them. I don't know why they're called prizes. I guess because I was an only child, it was never really a prize because it was always me who got it. But I suppose if you're in a family with various children, then I guess whoever gets it does get the prize. Um, but they realise that they get the prize, but Granny said you're only allowed to get the prize once you've eaten that whole box of cereal. And they kind of take this as a challenge, kind of partly misinterpreting it, partly accepting the challenge, and they begin to eat all of the cereal just to get the prizes. And there's a lesson there for Granny in watching what she says. This is not the first time where Granny has said something, not really thought about the words she's used, and the babies have misinterpreted it and gotten themselves into a bit of bother, which I think is really good because, children's shows are often things that parents will either watch with their child or they'll be on in the background and the parents will be able to hear them. And I think it's nice that they put some messages in there for parents or anybody who spends any time with children. Be careful what you say because you never know how children will interpret it. Of course, the main message is for children and that you shouldn't be greedy and try and eat an entire box of cereal just to get the prize. I'll be honest, cereal is amazing. I think most of us could probably eat an entire box of cereal with milk in a day, depending on the cereal, but generally it's very easy to eat and usually very comforting. So I don't blame them for trying this and also getting the toys, but at the same time, Granny kind of fell into it. Also, I don't understand the whole you need to finish the whole box before you get the prize, because when I was younger, the toy was always just in the middle of the box. It was never at the end. Um, so that doesn't make much sense to me either. But I found it to be a very fun episode, a very nostalgic episode, not one that's relevant today. I don't know, at least in the UK, I don't know if it's you're not allowed to put prizes in cereal anymore, or if it's just something the manufacturers decided to do. I'm not entirely sure if there's a regulation for it, but certainly it's not relevant in the UK anymore because we don't get little toys in them, which is sad and breaks my heart, but I understand. But it's still a really sweet episode and definitely one that might just take you back to your childhood and will make you want cereal. Definitely made me want to eat cereal. A very delicious episode. Some good messages. They may not be as relevant today, but of course the message about greed is always going to be relevant and ultimately a pretty enjoyable episode.